Still nothing.
Check that mic, Doug.
Yeah. Test. Still nothing.
It wasn't. Then you did something and got it, but I don't know what you did.
Didn't do anything. It just happened.
Test. Oh. Well, as Shattered Souls gets ready up here, just a few people to thank. First of all, I want to thank Dan Moore, our church moderator and soundboard worker there. I came to him, well, I mentioned a month or two ago that I really needed him to run the sound. And he said, okay, well then, I think it was last Monday I told him, or maybe it was Saturday, but anyway, I told him, yeah, you know, where are we going to get all this equipment? He said, oh, you don't have all this worked out yet, huh? I said, no, I figured you did. So we were both just assuming that, anyway, last week, what we thought was going to be a half-hour meeting between Ben of the Rock Church and Dan and I, between the three of us, ended up being a 3-hour meeting between 5 or 6 of us. So, but anyway, we brought it together. So bear with us as we work out the kinks, and I learned how to organize a concert. So new thing to add to my resume. But anyway, last year we had a concert. We brought in a group called Undefeated, and that inspired two gentlemen who have been part of our young adult group, Patrick Mead and Michael Blaze. And they decided to put a group together. Their music is a little edgy, and it's fun to. I said edgy. I didn't say bad. But we're going to let you decide that, because this is their first very public performance. They did perform at our talent show back in March here, but this is the first time they've come for the whole community, and so we're giving them a chance, and so I hope you enjoyed their music. But we always like to encourage new talent, and I happen to love these two. So anyway, Michael Blaze, Patrick Mead, Shattered Souls.
Hit it, Dad.
Yeah!
Do our best.
Oh, not that bad.
So you wanted to introduce the band? Introduce our band.
Well, we are Shattered Souls. This came as an idea.
Hang on, they can't hear us.
Oh, well, you know, that makes more sense. I know, right?
This thing on? Yes, it is.
Hey, I think it's on. Maybe, just maybe. But anyway. No, so we are Shattered Souls. This is a little something we came together. Patrick first came to me with a cover of Limit by Citizen Soldier. And said, you know, we should try this. And I was like, you know, I used to be in a band. I got a little experience in the music industry. And I was like, yeah, let's do it. Went off without a hitch. We actually made a cover of it with Mickey and Kermit the Frog. That is currently on YouTube. Any who may enjoy. But, and then we started writing this first song that's actually about to be coming out, Broken Mind, which is the one we're going to start with. From there, it's just kind of transpired into two goofy souls who are trying to make an impression on the world.
That's literally what everything is about. Like, I take a lot of inspiration from the band Citizen Soldier because of mental health struggles that I've personally dealt with, and they're a band I take a lot of inspiration from. And the main thing I want to do with this band is just show that the experiences that both Mike and I have had, we're able to put it into music and push it out to the rest of the world, so that anyone who goes through some of the stuff that we didn't knows that they're not alone, and they have other people who have experienced stuff that they've gone through. So go ahead and play that one, Dan.
Showtime.
This was normally supposed to be our intro.
Oh boy. Right to it. Here we go.
You got this, bud.
I'm shattered like the pieces that was left there on the ground. But what's holding me together is what's lost can be found. Yeah, everybody always said that I was never gonna make it. You may never understand the challenges that I'm facing. I'm a broken last goodbye. People always ask me why I don't go out. I stay inside, I fight these demons on my mind. Why do I sit and try every single night? It's like I pray with my broken mind. I'm broken inside, but that's no fault of yours. I brought this on myself with my broken mind. Someday we may get to be happy again. Until then I'll be here waiting with my broken mind.
My heart is laying in pieces on the ground, but despite how I feel, the world still goes round. There's a hole in my heart, and no matter what I do, I know that I'm nothing if I'm here without you. It's been hard since the day I feel I've lost my way. So many times I've taken the fall to end it all, no matter what my mind wants me to say. In the end, I know that I will always stay. I'm broken inside, but that's no fault of yours. I brought this on myself with my broken mind. Someday we may get to be happy again. Until then I'll be here waiting with my broken mind. We're broken inside, but that's no fault of yours. We brought this on ourselves with our broken minds. Someday we may get to be happy again. Until then we'll be here waiting with our broken minds.
So for our first performance, that song actually is a very big anxiety ramp up because the talent show that lovely Mr. Douglas brought up, we actually did this song. And not gonna lie, you know, holding some blame here. I messed up. And I was like, yo, hey, can we run that back? So for a lot of anxiety, I'm proud of this kid because he was somebody who was just in a nutshell, would not come out of it, was very scared of the world. He wrote a song called Feeling, made me cry. Hard for me to admit. Trust me. And just to hear that he can come up here and just kill it like that, I'm proud of you.
Appreciate you, my guy.
You want to introduce the second one?
Yeah, I will. And that song actually means a lot to me personally because the entire chorus and my verse of that, I wrote that back in 2019 when I was in a really dark mindset, and I had kept that on the back burner for the longest time. And then when Mike and I started Shattered Souls, we were just online looking at instrumentals that we could potentially use while we're both currently learning how to play instruments. And one instrumental that we found, I put that verse and the chorus to it, and that's what spawned us finishing that song under the name Broken Mind. Now, this next song that we're doing is not actually one of our... This next song that we're doing is not actually one of our originals. We had a little bit of a longer track list, but we had to cut it down slightly. I wanted to do this one in particular because another big inspiration for Mike and I is Linkin Park. We both grew up listening to Linkin Park, and yesterday marked 7 years that the lead singer of Linkin Park, Chester Bennington, had unfortunately lost his own internal battles and taken his life. And we were originally thinking about cutting this song to make way for another one of our original songs, but we decided that we wanted to still cover this song because it's, one, a lot of fun to just cover this song, and two, with Linkin Park being such a big inspiration for music for the both of us, we saw this as another good way to pay our respects to an artist that helped define our music choice in our generation.
Because in the end, it doesn't really matter.
Linkin Park in the end is what this song is. Go ahead and play it, Dan. Might need to turn it up ever so slightly, Dan.
Dan the man, everybody.
It starts with
One thing, and I don't know why. It doesn't even matter how hard you try. Keep that in mind. I designed this rhyme to explain it to time. all I know. The time is about a thing. Watch it fly by as a pendulum swings. Watch it count down to the end of the day. The clock takes life away. It's so unreal to look down below. Watch the time go right out the window. I tried to hold on to it, didn't even know I wasted it all just to watch you go. I kept everything inside, and even though I tried, it all fell apart. What it meant to me will eventually be a memory of a time
I tried so hard and got so far, but in the end, it doesn't even matter. I had to fall to lose it all, but in the end, it doesn't even matter.
one thing, and I don't know why. It doesn't even matter how hard you try. Keep that in mind. I designed this rhyme to remind myself how I tried so hard. It's part of the way you were mocking me, acting like I was part of your property, remembering all the times you fought with me. I'm surprised it got so things aren't the way they were before. You wouldn't even recognize me anymore. And not that you knew me back then, but it all comes back to me.
In the end,
I kept everything inside, and even though I tried, it all fell apart.
I tried so hard and got so far, but in the end, it doesn't even matter. I had to fall to lose it all, but in the end, it doesn't even matter. I put my trust in you, pushed as far as I can go. For all this, there's only one thing you should know. I've put my trust in you, pushed as far as I can go. For all this, there's only one thing you should know. I tried so hard and got so far, but in the end, it doesn't even matter. I had to fall to lose it all, but in the end, it doesn't even matter.
Ladies and gentlemen, Shattered Souls.